Wow, great to be here, and just got surprised that our colleague across the way was a close-up student in 1979, so Tim Davis is here. He's the president of Close-Up, and you should take a bow too. He was a student on the first program. Well, I tried to write a few remarks down because I've been known to go on a bit if I don't, and my husband's out there as my disciplinarian, so I better keep to my script a little bit. But I want to thank Don. We've had a lifelong friendship. I've known Don almost 40 years, and when he says things, really does mean a lot, and I appreciate that. And it's the belief of friends like Don that I think have been the driver, maybe, of the success that I've been able to achieve. I'd like to thank the Washington Board of Trade and Jim Deniger, as long as we're talking about Close-Up. Jim and I met also because Jim was a Close-Up student and then earned his way through college as a security guard on Close-Up. So I'd like to think we had a little bit of an impact all those years. Also Junior Achievement, which I think is an outstanding organization, and the Washingtonian for this honor. I've been in Washington a long time, and I remember looking through previous editions and admiring all the people who've received this award and never quite thought I would be the one on the stage. So I think it's a great honor. When I first came to Washington, I came here to go to school, American University, about more than 45 years ago, and acknowledge my colleagues here tonight from AU. And I never thought I would, end up on the stage, and it is very humbling to be considered a peer to the great people that are being honored tonight. So 25 years ago, as you heard from the video, I left a job that I loved at Close-Up, you've heard a little bit about that, to join Arnold & Porter because I had this crazy notion that you could start a business as an affiliate of a law firm, and a lot of people thought it was, or at least some people thought it was a bold move. Most people thought I was just crazy going to a law firm as a non-lawyer. And there were certain times when I looked around and thought I was crazy. But many years later, when APCO was separate and I got to execute a management buyout, I think people thought that was pretty crazy too, because most firms in our business were going the other way and becoming part of these big holding companies. But looking back with the benefit of both time and success, I'm really grateful for the opportunity and the lessons learned along the way, and for the many, many people who supported and encouraged those activities. And I'm going to acknowledge a few of them before I leave the stage. But one thing I didn't say in the video is I'm a first-generation American. My parents knew very little of my work as I was doing it. In fact, it was a real joke with my mother because she'd come to Washington and I'd say, "I'll pick you up at the airport, Mom." And she would say, "Will they let you?" Not realizing like they as me and all of that. But she never knew what a profound impact she did have on my success, even though she didn't realize what I was doing. My mother, who fled Poland and then later her family had to leave Cuba, had a philosophy that where there was a will, there was a way. She taught me to have great passion for what I did and to believe in things. And that was very, very important lesson for me. My father, who was also from Poland, had a little store in the town in which we lived. And what he taught me was hard work and client service, because we all worked in that store from the time we could see over the counter. And we worked hard. And it was open 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. But it was a family enterprise, and we all learned to support each other. And my opportunities continued to be supported by a terrific network of people who have helped me throughout my life, and I think I'm truly blessed. The entire APCO team, whose belief in me and my vision allowed me to pursue my dream, and whose loyalty, courage, and entrepreneurial spirit continue to inspire me every day, as I said in the video. They're represented here tonight by 5 of the people who have really been stalwarts in the company: Neil, Robert, Jan, Evan, and Kathy. And together, those 5 people represent over 100 years of service to the company, which is only 25 years old. So it gives you an idea of the kind of teamwork that we aspire to have. Starting and maintaining a business is never simple, but having a strong team is a great source of strength. And the ongoing counsel is really very much appreciated. I find it a great privilege to work with these colleagues and to work across the globe with people who have replicated what we started in Washington. To our clients, many of whom have been with us since the early days, I thank you for trusting us with your most important problems and challenging us to think outside the box and create kind of a unique approach to the whole integration of public affairs and communications and market entry, and to do it with innovation. And one of those oldest clients, I'm proud to say, is here tonight, Dow Corning, and supporting this event and supporting junior achievement. I also want to acknowledge those with whom I've had the privilege to serve on a personal capacity with a lot of my extracurricular activities, and I have quite a few, because serving my community and giving back has always been a very important part of my DNA. And many people in this extended family, and I do consider it a family of interest because they're interconnected, and I love the idea of bringing people, good people together to create opportunities way beyond those I can create. So my colleagues who are here from Northwestern Mutual, on whose board I serve as a trustee, the table back there from American University, where I'm also a trustee. I mentioned close up the president of WPO, Women Presidents Organization, Marcia Firestone, and the ability, this is an organization that I'm proud to work with. It helps 1,400 entrepreneurial women who are presidents of their own businesses move ahead, and also just lots of other organizations, more than I can mention: Public Affairs Council, Creative Coalition, Institute for Public Relations, and I'm just very, very grateful for what I've learned from all of you. But the most special thanks, and I will leave because I know everyone is anxious to go on with the evening, it has to go to my family. My husband, Steve, my partner for the last 43 years, my 3 children, and my 10 grandchildren, as you heard, represented by Brennan, who's celebrating her 7th birthday with us. This is the biggest birthday party she'll ever have in her life. Right, Bren? But I want to thank them for their unconditional love and forgiveness over the years. Building a business and balancing family life requires a lot of compromise and a great support system. And it's your family that really gets to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I couldn't have done it without their support and encouragement. So in closing, I'm really proud to consider Washington my home and my home office and my home port, I guess you'd say, because I travel quite a bit. And I think building a business in this town has provided me with a unique perspective and opportunity. I think we sometimes forget how the rest of the world sees us and look to America for a spirit of global optimism and American entrepreneurship. This is a time of great challenge to that notion, but it's one really worth fighting to keep. It is this sense of optimism and can-doism that has enabled me, a school teacher from a small mining town and the child of immigrants, to be on this stage. And it is this optimism that we need to teach our next generation through junior achievement and other organizations, and I think we all have a responsibility to do that. So thank you again for allowing me to celebrate this optimism and accomplishments and all of those that you're recognizing this evening. It's a reminder that the opportunities that await all of us, and it's a celebration of the passion that fuels our success. Thank you again for this tremendous honor.